literally walked in being like, I think I can do this. And you know what? I know how to edit videos. I know a little bit about social media from like my past work. I think I can do this. And so it was like going through those growing pains and learning and having to learn all that stuff and actually not really having anybody to communicate with, right? Like this is really, guys, this is why Creator Confidential exists, is like, I was at a space where I was like, I don't have a single friend that does content creation, like 0 people. Like all my friends just have normal jobs. Like there was none of that. And I was like, and you need to be able to like talk to people about your creativity and like bounce ideas off. And it's like when you're doing content creation, we've talked about this, it's very solo. There's no interaction. So Creator Confidential would have been monumental for me in the beginning, but this is why it exists, right? Like Mare was the very first, like Mare was the first creator really that I hung out with we went to an event together. And then we were like, okay, like, yeah, like we're all doing this thing. Like, this is really cool. Right. And then it has snowballed into what it is now. But like, it is so important. It is so, so important to be able to have those conversations and learn those things from the beginning. And you guys have like such an amazing opportunity here. Like you're not going to have to go through all of the pains that we had to go through in the very beginning, right? Like just watching TikTok videos and hoping that like whoever's telling you whatever, they're telling the truth.
Accurate.
Right? Like that is really accurate. I mean, that's why Kelly started her TikTok, because she was like, I gotta
put these people in their place.
Yeah, like 100%
misinformation.
Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation out there, you know? And so, yeah, this is like what you guys have right now it's such a cool time to start if you're thinking about starting, or you've already started, but you're not sure how to gain that momentum. This is the event. This is the time. Like these are the people that you need to be with.
Yeah, I recommend to, like, I said it in my call last week, like I recommend to all my students and even my mentees, like you want to make friends. You want to be able to talk with people that are doing the same thing as you, because this is like a really lonely journey and we are all like on the same path, doing the exact same thing. Who better to talk to? You know what I mean? And I, like, in my community, the girls went and made their own chat, and I made a joke. I was like, hey, like the teacher's not gonna go in. But it makes me really happy that they're all like each other and just getting each other through like some stressful times. If it's slow, you have something to complain to. If it's busy and popping off, you have people hyping you up. If you don't know what to do with, you have somebody that maybe worked with them and they can teach you how to negotiate. Like, there's so much value that comes from these friendships. So you need to come to the event and meet these people.
Yeah, 100%. It's so true. Like, when I think about the reason why I've just been so eager to show up like anywhere that there are going to be creators in a larger group, it's literally just because I feel like being an adult, it's so hard to make friends. And
so hard.
It's also just like, I don't know, for me, I really love talking about UGC. I love talking about marketing. So like being in a room full of people who just get it, like you'll never be in this room and feel like you're not wanted there, like you weren't invited there, like anyone's judging you. Like we all get the ups, the downs, the weird situations we sometimes find ourselves in. And it's just, I don't know, I think there's something really beautiful about this community where you can literally just show up into a room, not know anyone from real life, and connect with these people as if you already know them.
Yeah. And you will find that person there 100%. Like there, you know, you're gonna, it's like, I feel like all like, nostalgic right now, but like I remember like first, because Mare is like the first person that in the UGC community that I actually like met face to face, right? So I remember like meeting her, and we had a good connection, and I was like, this is somebody that I need in my corner. Like we need this kind of energy with each other, because like it's solo, you know, like we're working alone a lot, and like you'll find your person there that you kind of click with, and you're like, okay. And then like we've seen so many friendships form from the last event. Like we've seen them, like we've had people tag Creator Confidential and be like, we're doing this or we're doing that because we met at Creator Confidential. And that to me is like, oh, it just like melts my heart, because I'm like, we all need that person in this space, in this energy, right? So it's really cool.
It honestly, it's really cool. And like I've been to, so we did Creator Confidential.
Yeah.
I was able to attend One Create Hers. I was able to go to Foundations in Arizona. But even like there, it was just, you know, a sense of meeting new people.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was able to meet new people. I was able to meet 2 creators that are now part of my mentorship program. And one literally messaged me today. Like I wish I could play you guys the voice note, but like we literally sat, I was like, wow, like a 2-minute conversation at Foundations turned into this. Closing, let's just say she's closing a lot of deals. And like that only happens when you like go and connect with people that can build you up and like give you access to opportunities that you didn't know existed, right? You can only do that if you like just bite the bullet and like toss the fear aside and just go get after it. Like you have no reason. We're all golden retrievers, I swear to God.
Yeah, we really are. There's nothing to be scared of. We're all very friendly.
Yeah, 100%.
We do not bite. Me sometimes, but typically not really. If you're in my community, everyone in my community is like, oh my gosh, she's so honest. I'm like, listen, you want that kind of honesty, and that's another thing we're gonna bring your career.
That's gonna make you a better creator.
Like we don't want to give you that fluff and like that like free information that's like floating in the ether, like for you to just write down and say it's not working. We're gonna give you like tried and true strategies. Like we have the playbook, guys. Yeah. We have the playbook. We actively live the playbook every single day. Like we know what works. And we're bringing people who also have their version of the playbook, right? Yeah. And they're going to do the exact same thing. And if your thought process line up with me, maybe line up with Keely, or maybe line up with Kelly, maybe line up with Nick, maybe line up with Eileen, right? So like
or Sean.
Oh Sean, oh my gosh. Yeah. We brought you guys so many different creators. Like we're all so different. We're literally also different. We're all workaholics, so we're all very different.
We all really love what we do.
Yeah.
What we do, guys.
We just be thinking about it all the time. We had a few good comments. Someone had said, I'm so excited to be there. Being in like, it seems like it was around the conversation when we were talking about like the room full of people and people who get it. They had said it really helps for mental health for sure. Just like having that support system, getting to connect with people who just like get it. And then someone had asked, when will the discounts for Mayor's and Kelly's programs be available? So for UGC Pro's private community, the email will be going out actually like upon completion of the event. So stay tuned for that. If you already purchased your ticket, you will also get access to it. The only people who don't get access to the community, wow, words are hard, to the community are anyone that were gifted a ticket from the partnership that we did the other day that we closed.
Yeah. But the virtual, I think the virtual offers from the brands, those will most likely be sent in an email to everybody on the 18th. So the day before the event. Ooh. Like whatever the discounts are and all that stuff.
Nice. Well, then maybe I'll just share that then too. I mean, one day doesn't make a difference for me.
Yeah. It's up to you guys. But yeah, I was thinking that because I was thinking like to give everybody like, because people can still buy virtual tickets, right? So we're probably going to sell out before the actual event, but I wanted to make sure that like people who are getting virtual pretty much up until the last minute, they can buy the virtual tickets. So I was like, oh, I might as well send them on the 18th. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just thinking about how you were talking to me about the experience of knowing like how like in-person tickets work and how it's like all of a sudden, like the closer to the event we get, the quicker they sell out. It just reminded me of that and like kind of the urgency because basically last year's event was how many tickets?
130.
Okay, so 130. So we've already sold 106.
Or 120 maybe?
120. Yeah. So we're basically 14-ish tickets away from selling what we sold last year. And then I swear, as soon as that happens, I just know it's going to keep happening quicker and quicker because the closer we get to the date, I know there were some creators like, and I get it. Like if you've never been to the event, you're like, well, let me see who's going. Okay, there
Right.
are 106 people from the community that are going. We
Yeah.
got Eileen, we got Nick, we got Sean as our guest speakers. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to be the event. You don't want to miss it.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I'm just, God, the more that I think about it, I just want to fly to Toronto right now and just like start the event. But I know that would also be mayhem. And I don't want that because I would be stressed out. But I look forward to the day.
Oh, somebody's coming, said she's coming from Chicago.
Iconic.
Yeah. I think last year we had like, I can't remember how many different cities in this. Like, there was people from, because we had 33 people from the States come last year. And like pretty much everybody was from somewhere different, which was so cool. And I remember like saying to the girls, like, I don't know how many Americans are going to come. Like, I was like, I was, because it was our first event last year. I was like, I don't even know if we're going to sell out. They were like, Keely, like, it's going to be fine. Like, and I was like, I don't know. But like, the turnout last year was so cool. So I am excited to see kind of where everyone's coming from this year. Because even from like, even the people who came from Canada, we had people coming from like 8, 9, 10 hours away, like driving within the province of Ontario. So like, I'm like, I can't wait to go through and just see like all the cities that everybody's coming from. It's going to be so cool. And that's the thing too, like when you come to an event like this, where there's people coming from all over the place, like, and you've now made a connection, and let's say you've made the connection in Chicago, you've made a connection with somebody in LA, you made a connection with someone in New York or Vancouver or Montreal, like now you have the opportunity. Like I always look at it like this, like when I meet people from other places, I'm like, oh, I could go there and visit one day. And like as a content creator, that is like the best thing that you can do, because like, first of all, we all love travel content. We all love to travel for free. So if you have the opportunity to get a hotel for free or whatever the case may be, it's like, you can work that in. And I think that's just another perk, right?
Yeah, you make a good point, because I know that well, I've already taken advantage of that, but like even Mare, like you've flown to New York to stay with Mia, and I don't know if it was the reverse. I'm pretty sure is she staying with you in Toronto? Whatever it is, like we've definitely done our fair share of traveling to like see other people already, and it's like it's so cool because like the more people you know, the more options you have. Like I love knowing that I have so many connections all over North America and also just like around the world, that if I were to say, hey, I'm coming to your city, I can almost guarantee at the very least I'll be grabbing coffee and lunch with someone, if not crashing with them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's the good thing about just
any city you go to, you could literally just be like, hey, I'm coming here, and people are gonna message you and be like, oh my god, I'm here, like I'm 10 minutes from you, like I'm X amount of time from you. Like you guys have like a network of people just readily available at your fingertips. That's insane.
Yeah.
And like I don't know of any other communities that are like this, like online communities in general that are like this kind of, you know, smushed together. Like we're all so supportive, we all want to see each other win, like, and we're all just grinding. Like guys,
Grace said Creator Confidential LA 2026.
Yes, Grace. Yes. I'm working on it. You, Grace, and you already told me I have your guest bedroom.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice. I was even thinking, like, you know, I don't know what Oregon's like, but I was like, Bend? Do we do one in Bend?
Wait, that's so funny to say that, because Bend is so slept on. I call it the best kept secret of the US, or one of them, just because it's like, it is in the summer. It is like heaven on earth. Like it is so lush, so green. It is absolutely stunning. And it's funny because Shane, who he had commented, he was like, hey guys, in the chat, but
I see, yeah.
He has like for the longest while been like, okay, I feel like there needs to be an event at some point where it's in Bend, because it's one of those places where people, even my family, when I first moved here, my siblings didn't understand why I moved here. They were like, why are you moving to like Oregon? Is it like Portland? Is it going to be all like gray and rainy? No, it's a high desert. It's in Central Oregon. The town slogan is 300 days of sunshine. It is absolutely gorgeous and like super manageable in the winter. Anyways, all that goes to say, anytime we've had friends or family come to town, they're like, okay, we understand why you moved here. And then like everyone always says, they're like, I want to retire in Bend. And I'm like, well, if you work remote, you don't have to wait till retirement.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know, TBD.
Well, we were talking about, or we have been talking about, you know, having it in the US next year. I feel like it kind of has to happen. Like I feel like it has to be in the States.
Yeah,
so many people are asking for it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where. I feel like, Grace, I'm sorry, but I feel like LA would be a bit chaotic. Like there always just seems to be so much going on in LA. And I'm like, okay, like another thing, like there's another thing happening there. Where I'm like, I feel like the anxiety of like planning an event in LA would be like, you're like teetering on like, is it going to actually happen because of like some political stuff or like what, like, you know?
Yeah, and also traffic. Whenever I used to live in LA, like if we had to go anywhere, it was literally like 45 minutes, literally just to get anywhere. But that said, I feel like maybe something more central could be good, just so then it's like easy to get to for everyone. But
like central in the country. What?
That's what I was thinking. I'm trying to think
in the middle of the US.
We could do like
would be like a cool one.
I was trying to think, like, I know it's not like super like in the middle of the country, but there's obviously like Chicago.
Oh yeah, great. Chicago,
which is more central than what I was thinking originally, which was like Denver or
I love Denver.
Yeah, Denver's cool. Cause at first I was gonna say Salt Lake, but like I only go to Salt Lake for a connection. I don't really know what I do in Salt Lake. Not to shame Salt Lake, but if someone has a reason for us to go, then maybe. But Chicago would be cool. So
Chicago is cool. Chicago would be cool. Denver would also be cool too. I think because like Denver just has, I'm like very outdoorsy, and Denver's like it's like a very outdoorsy city, right? Yeah. I think a few years ago Denver was named like the like fittest city in America in terms of
very well could be.
Yeah, like everybody like works out, hikes, like they do all the things there.
Oh yeah, because in the wintertime you're doing like the craziest workouts if you're like skiing and snowboarding, and then in the summers it's like you have mountain biking, you have obviously trails, like yeah, people are superhumans there.
Yeah, somebody else said Chicago too. Chicago might be on the list, guys. I think we're gonna have to discuss. Chicago's such a cool city, though. We went twice. Yeah, me and Mike have gone twice. He did the marathon.
Ooh.
Yeah. And like I was just like, oh, I get why people really like Chicago. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
Really like
Seattle. Seattle would be cool. Seattle, I like Seattle, but that's kind of more out of the way than LA, but it's more low key than LA. I don't know.
San Diego? What about somebody said San Diego as well.
I mean, San Diego's really nice.
Is that? I've never been. I haven't
been
there
this August for a wedding. I'm really excited to go back.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
really is San Diego more out of the way than is it like a Seattle out of the way kind of thing?
Yeah, it's basically the opposite. It's just the southern version of being kind of out of the way. But I mean, it's like only 2 hours away from LAX, but I feel like a lot of people fly into LAX, but I don't know.
Someone said Milwaukee.
That's definitely more central.
Yeah, we got 2 votes for Milwaukee.
Oh my gosh, how interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, well, I think we'll definitely like have to really put a list of it, because see, the other thing too, guys, is like we want to make sure that we give you some cool swag. Then we have to allocate where that swag's gonna live while we're like, you know, because right now all the swag comes to my place because I'm an hour outside of Toronto, so it's easy, right? But when we're planning somewhere else, it's like we ship it all to Kelly's and Kelly drives it to the city or something.
I guess that's true. I didn't even think about that.
You'd have to do like a road trip with Shane in like a cargo van.
I could see that.
I could totally see
I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Cool. Okay, so to leave everyone off, what are like the last things we want to leave off for everyone? Like what's something that you guys want to say to the audience?
Okay, so I say this to everybody in my community, but because it's true, from what I've seen in my last 2 years in the space, typically summertime and Q4 is the time where brands pop off. That's the great time for you to get recognized. Budgets are healthy, for lack of a better word. And you're going to have a swag bag stacked with brands that are going to be looking for creators. You have offers on the plate from mentors and coaches that are willing to help you, give you the tools that you need to learn and make great content. So there is no better time to start UGC than literally now. Like, you have a window of 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
I like, not to be the person that says you can make 10K. You can make 10K a month by the time January rolls around. And I'm not even saying that for bait, because anybody that knows me knows that I would not lie. Like, you can do it, like at least 5K. I have mentees that started in January from scratch, and by the time April hit, they're hitting consistent 5 to 6K months. And the only difference between you and them is that they had a strategy and they applied it. So do everything. Just buy your freaking ticket. Like,
yeah. And I think that we need to say as well, like, not if you're someone who's already, because I also want to speak to the people who are like, you know, they've been doing the content creation thing for a while. Maybe they are doing the brand deals, but like that's not their thing anymore, and they want to move into creative strategy. One, like motions, obviously, like what you're going to learn from motion is going to be the thing. It's going to be the thing. Like that's going to be the one that's going to like definitely turn you into wanting to focus more on that. And you're going to be able to make more money if you take on the creative strategy route. So like whether that is like if you're thinking about doing fractional, like you can also, guys, pitch brands to be a fractional creative strategist.
Guys, like creative strategy,
there's money.
Is the cheat code. Like literally, like I let my dog go under creative strategy, and I make like over 10K a month doing creative strategy.
Can I just put it into perspective, just like the capabilities? Because like I love how like normalized creative strategy is now in the community. So I closed 2 clients this week. One of them is working 10 hours a week. That one contract, 10 hours a week, $6,000 a month.
That's crazy. That's literally crazy.
$6,000. I just closed another contract, 20 hours. That's $18,000 a month working 30 hours a week.
That's crazy. Fractional means freelance, Sabrina. Fractional just means when you're fractional, you're basically plug and play. Like they just plug you into their agency or their company, and then you just play by their rules. It's essentially the same thing as freelancing, or like if you're a contractor, more or less. But it is an incredible way to make money. And even if you don't want to do fractional, one thing like about doing fractional creative strategy is like maybe you're like, oh, I don't know how to find clients. Then just go and apply for an agency role.
Oh yeah.
Junior creative strategy, like junior creative strategists in the industry can start to make anywhere from like $70,000 US all the way up to like $90,000 US. And if you're a senior, you can make over 100K.
Hi,
Shane. Like creative strategy is an amazing way to supplement your UGC income. And did you guys also know that agencies are obsessed with creative strategists that have a UGC background?
Yes. Yeah.
So like, hello.
Yeah. And that's gonna take you to the next level. So like so the event is for whether you're starting out or you're kind of like maybe you're a few months in and you're trying to figure out pitching, negotiating, all of those things, or you've already been doing it for a bit, but you're like, you know what, like maybe you're at the point where you're like, I don't, like Mia talked about this, like that uncertainty every month of being like, am I going to get a brand deal? Am I not? Blah, blah, blah. Creative strategy. That is your, you can get the 10 hours a week. You can get the 20 hours a week, or you could even go full time. And then you could be doing UGC content creation on the side. And that's your side hustle, not your full hustle. Like, so it's like, we're going to be talking about these things at the event so that you guys can understand how you're actually going to hit those big income months and hit those goals and be able to, you know, go on that trajectory from being a content creator to like, what else can you do? I mean, I even talked about this. You could, if you want to learn how to edit better, direct response, the agencies need people to do all of these jobs, right? Like if you know how to edit videos really good, there's an opportunity there for you. If you know how to do creative strategy, there's an opportunity there for you. If you're good at organic content, there's opportunity. Like, so it's like, you have to think about what is the next thing that I want to do. And then this is where you're going to learn it, because we have people speaking from every avenue that are already in these roles, right? So like, get the ticket. Like, I don't care if you're coming in person or like, if you can't come in person, get the virtual ticket, get the replay. That way you can go over the panel and you can write down your notes and you're not going to miss anything. And you can start taking the steps. And also I should let you guys know is that when you attend virtually, we're going to have a live chat. So it's not like you're in the dark sitting there, not, you know, you're all by yourself. You can talk to everybody else that's going to be on the live. We're going to have somebody from the team talking to you guys on there as well. You can ask questions throughout. Like, it is, just because you're attending virtually doesn't mean that we've left you out either. So like, get your tickets, please. Someone wrote, okay, fine, I'll get my virtual ticket.
Love it. It's literally only $25 and it's a business expense. Like,
yeah.
That's, and then you're getting virtual offers as well. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And then also, like, you guys have made a really good point about how there are a lot of people that are like really wanting to do UGC full time, but right now they're not able to afford it because they have bills to pay.
Yeah.
Guess what? If you were to get a creative strategy job, you're at least working and flexing the same muscle that you would be doing UGC. So even if you're working full time as a creative strategist, that's kind of more in line with what you're working towards, while also getting more experience, flexing that muscle. If you're working at an agency, you get to put your hands into a bunch of different accounts. That's literally how I started. And literally some of my first clients that I had when I first started were like, at my first agency, were Beekeeper Naturals, Theragun, Shop the Runway, or whatever it was. Literally so many well-known brands, just because I worked at an agency as a creative, not creative strategist, but a video editor. And then when I've worked obviously with agencies, I get to work as a creative strategist. I get to work on so many other cool brands like Amazon Photos and I don't even know, crypto.com. So it's just like, it's really cool how you get exposed to all these brands. So yeah, Betty Ann says, buy a ticket.
Yeah.
I love that she's going again this year. Betty Ann went last year. And I love that she's attending. I love that Eileen is obviously attending again this year and also speaking. It gets me really excited. I want to see more Gen X creators. I want to see more men. Shane's going. I know like both of your partners are going as well, but like we have like actual creators that are attending, people from Motion, like guys from Motion. Like I'm just
influencer agencies.
Yes.
Guys, look, we have everyone in the room. Like we literally have everybody in the room, and we're like hoping that we're going to get a few more agencies to come so that like you guys can make those connections too. And we want agencies and platforms that are like working with creators. So like everything is meticulously curated for this. It's not like we're very on it. We're like, what can we bring to the table that's going to be the best for the creators, the best outcome for the creators. So guys, don't sleep. We're 50% gone. Tickets are gone. They're going.
Oh God, I'm so excited.
I know.
And we'll be doing these calls pretty much every Thursday leading up until the event. But I mean, it's 1 minute till. Was there anything else we wanted to leave everyone off with other than grab your ticket now if you haven't grabbed it yet and use code LIVE50 for $50 off?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, cool.
Okay, well, guys.
We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining. Love seeing 225 of you on here. It's not the 300 from last week, but 225 will definitely do.
Definitely.
Want to take a screenshot?
Oh yeah.
Okay, is everyone ready? Okay. Got it.
Okay, good. Because I feel bad. I've been screenshotting you guys when you're talking. And I'm like, I feel like such an asshole. I feel like I'm breaking girl code right now, but I'm trying to market the live.
Oh God. Hey, drop it in the Slack chat, all the photos.
Yes. Okay. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.